My name is Max Bemis. I play in Say Anything, and this is what it would be like if I ruled the world. Nothing. It would be the word nothing. Max Bemis, nothing. I don't mean like the band either, just the word nothing. Max Bemis, nothing. War and such. like, I would find, for the first thing I would do is find someone smart enough to know how to go about these things, and I would probably step down as like de facto actual leader and find like a committee of people who are smarter than me, because I'm literally like an idiot musician. But I know that I don't like bombs or war, so I would like to outlaw those things. Killing, I mean, that's usually against the law, but it sort of isn't because of war. I've never met anyone or done enough research to, all I know is no politician that I've ever done any research into or seen or heard speaks to me on the level that I think they would be that person. And it would also have to be someone else who's an anarchist, but isn't too much of a dick about it. Like, so there really aren't that many people that I can think of. I would have to do a lot of research, maybe do like auditions, kind of like for a band, but it's like to help me rule the world. Yeah. But I wouldn't be ruling. Keep in mind, this would be committee, democracy, actually no form of government at all, nothing. I could be the face of the guy who definitely shouldn't be ruling the world. I feel like they could use my face as like the fake president. Look at him, if he ruled the world, it'd be terrible. Like, that would be my role, is like how obvious it is that no one should be in that role. I'm the example. Again, no war. Again, no bombing other people. Again, no stifling freedoms. As long as it doesn't hurt people, it should be allowed. The freedom to not be poor if you're born into poverty. Like, I think everyone has the personal right to have everyone look out for them. And I think that we aren't given that right. Like, you're just kind of born into, you have the right to live and just kind of live out whatever existence you have wherever you are. But it's not like you have the right to basic human needs like food and water and stuff like that. Even in America, like, you can just be born into like a homeless family and then just like die. It's kind of like the Louis C.K. thing where he's like, some people just like are born and die and they don't have the right to like live. So I would say everyone should have that right if possible, and society should be built around making sure that that's what's happening, instead of like certain areas trying to like have more wealth or power. That was really serious, but it's true. And I'm like so guilty of this. I'm a total hypocrite because like I live in America. I haven't bounced. I don't, live in a commune, but I try to like live in theory like this, which is just to give back to everyone. I do my best to give to like charities and stuff like that. But if I ruled the world, which again I wouldn't be ruling, but if I could throw out a few ideas at the beginning, one would be just everyone gives up a certain amount so that there's literally no one dying or starving or whatever. So I really think there's enough excess land, wealth, and food to take care of people on a base level, at least. But yeah, one thing I would have everyone do is do that, because like even for someone like me who has some amount of land and some amount of like personal, like whatever, I'm not rich, but I have some amount of personal like money. Like, I think if everyone in the entire world at the same time agreed to do all this stuff, more people would be into the idea than people realize. It's just that you're like, we can't do that. That'll never happen. Like, no one's going to get on the same page. And that's the kind of sad thing, is that we keep going through existence in this kind of like really, kind of ugly way, because we can't all get on the same page. So maybe we do need a fake dictator for like a day to say, whoa, every time one of our records comes out, that way everyone is aware of it, and then they're forced to listen to it. Because I'm not saying that's part of the holiday, but I think like if it was a national holiday, people would be like, what's the deal with this? I guess we should listen to it. Maybe they would give us a lot of promotion, To say that it's actually going to happen from people being smart and trying really hard, I'm kind of a cynic when it comes to that stuff, so I feel like more terrible things are gonna have to happen, and then eventually we're just gonna be like, okay, we can't just keep doing this because this is horrible, and it's, you know, it's the same thing over and over and over again. Literally, we need to figure something else out. So that's kind of how I feel like someone who actually isn't wanting to rule the world could somehow rule the world, you know, like, or if how the entirety of people could share responsibility for the world, or total democracy amongst everyone instead of like a real traditional government. I think that would take more suffering and pain, probably. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to think that things would shift in their focus towards things that are like progressive in like science, whether it be like medical fields. Like, you know, right now we're spending so much money on things we don't necessarily need, like war and guns and stuff, and defending our land, that I feel like I'm like a total dork, sci-fi dork. So like, I feel like, you know, like the whole thing of Star Trek is like the idea that, you know, somehow humanity like got it together and then they, you know, got off world. So I'd like to think if like we could invent the internet and computers and stuff in like 30 years span, that over the course of a few thousand years, you never know in terms of like colonization or exploration of the universe, and where the bottom line of everything is like compassion and we're all working together on this. There's going to be new problems. Like, what if we go to a different planet and there's aliens and they want to kill us?